And that problem is that we are not asking the most important question when it comes to challenging behaviors. Want to know what that is? Are we observing an intentional misbehavior or a stress response? Why are we missing this important question? Because our current lens from which we view behaviors is through compliance and non-compliance. This is the lens that we are learning in our graduate programs, and it's a lens that we use in our culture. It's a compliance and non-compliance lens, and it leads itself to what? The solutions, which are rewards and consequences. But how many of you work with families and with children with whom rewards and consequences don't reliably work? When rewards and consequences don't work, it's because the child does not have volitional meaning intentional control that would come from their brain development, known as development that's going up to the executive function area of our brain. Tina Bryson and Dan Siegel call it the upstairs brain. It's the prefrontal cortex, the neocortex, the later part of the connections that develop that can control and inhibit our automatic responses from what is called the downstairs brain, the limbic system, these automatic responses. And for most of our toddlers, these challenging behaviors are coming from an unintentional stress response and not intentional misbehavior, but we're punishing them for an ability that they don't yet have. And guess who we punish the most? Our most vulnerable children, our foster children, our children with the most vulnerable behaviors in our culture. I said vulnerable because that's what I believe. But our children with the most challenging behaviors are treated with the most rigid and punitive punishment tactics. Our boys, our children of color, our foster children, our precious children who are begging us with their behaviors subconsciously to see the pain they're in and to see that what they need is love and not more discipline.